Wake up, it's a beautiful day. Wake up.
Yalavinaka, welcome back to breakfast. I'm sitting with, of course, the Fijian youth leader, Broderick Mervyn, who's the youngest recipient of the Vanuatu Independence Medal. He's wearing that medal right now. Broderick, take me through this journey. How, in the first place, did you apply for it? Tell me that whole story of which you, in the final end, you actually got that medal.
So, during the course of COVID-19, I was fortunate enough to be asked by a few individuals that are in the space of online learning, from the Commonwealth of Learning in London to Lakehead University in Canada, USP of course, and of course for my youth network. So when we met up, they had asked, they wanted to come up with online courses to sort of engage young people while the social distancing was on the forefront, and at the same time the rise in the COVID-19 numbers were increasing in our region. So there needed to be a way of engaging young people in our region in terms of active participation in online learning, but most of all ensuring that the components of the modules were Pacific centric and youth related. So when they had approached me to become the online course facilitator, given of course the work that I've done in the past few years, I took it on very strongly, because this was something that young people really needed, one, and number two, given the sort of restrictions in terms of social distancing, let alone the curfew. So of course it had its own challenges in itself. Further to that, we had one of our co-partners from Vanuatu. Her name is Jemai Manalo, and I wanted to take this time to acknowledge her, because we've done work together not only recently but also just her sheer support while in Vanuatu, and she really pushed hard for this. So when the call came 2 months ago to accept the honor, of course one has to take a moment to take a step back and reflect on their life's work. And mind you, this is not just any medal, this is their Independence Commemorative Medal, which for many of our viewers that are listening and watching, the Vanuatu Independence Day Commemorative Medal signifies the contributions as well as the national development and progress in terms of Vanuatu's independence, and also just how I played a part in it through the online courses. And I mean, the credit not only goes to me but also to the team from the Commonwealth of Learning, Lakehead University and the University of the South Pacific, because this was a joint effort. And what I love about it is that the courses now, they're still available online, but most of all that I'm grateful that I was part of it, because at the end of the day, one, if you're wanting to engage young people and sort of attract their interests, you have to make sure that the components, let alone the topics of the modules, were really relating to the current issues that the Pacific young people are facing today.
Wow. So, Broderick, you actually got there. Tell me about the call that you were one of the recipients of the medal, and you went to the State House to actually get that pin.
So when we arrived at Port Vila, let me tell you, Port Vila is a wonderful country. It's a beautiful city, let alone Vanuatu itself. Oh my gosh. Jemima picked us up, and we had just gone through the towns, the settlements. It really takes your breath away, but also to, we have places to travel, but there's no place like within our Pacific region. And so when we went to the State House to receive this, I was fortunate to receive it from the President, the Honorable Neke Vurumbaravu. For those of you that don't know, the President of Vanuatu was Vanuatu's former High Commissioner to Fiji. Sort of a welcome home kind of meeting. And I mean, the experience of it all, it was so unimaginable, in the sense that you're in a room with a variety of individuals that have contributed immensely to Vanuatu's national development and progress. And when he had given it to me, we had shared a light moment during the ceremony, just saying, I'm so glad that some Fijians made it to the ceremony today. I said, no, thank you, Excellency, for actually allowing us to be here. But I guess in a way, what this shows is that, that sense of appreciation, let alone actively engaging young people. And I've seen how Vanuatu has done it, and I take off my hat not only to the president of Vanuatu but to the government of the day, because what they're showing is that young people are ready to take the helm. And it's fascinating to see that the Vanuatu young people on the ground, they are doing so much. And yet, mind you, though I'm the youngest one from the Oceania region, but a lot of young people that live in Vanuatu have also received the same honor.
Awesome.
So, again, that's another level up, showing that form of culture of appreciation.
Yes. Now, Broderick, just before we go this morning, there's a lot of issues that's surrounding us, and one that we are that we're very concerned about because it involves young people.
Right.
We've got drug peddling that's happening, and drugs is an issue, human trafficking, all at once. They're all coming at once, and these are some of the issues that's actually either covering young people, over young people, and of course envelops them in so many ways.
Right.
That we're concerned with as a young person. And of course, we've had stakeholders. I think this is something that I shared quite recently at the show as well. We've got stakeholders that have come together, and at some point in time, it seems like nobody knows what to do.
Wow.
We're, taking a step forward as young people, and as young people who actually have groups that are out there that are actually doing something for the positive that might not be visible enough. What are your views, your opinions on that?
I think right now, with the current issues that we are facing, not only in Fiji but in the region, it needs a all multi-sectorial approach. So, that includes places of worship, it includes NGOs, CSOs, faith-based organizations, government, of course, law enforcement, and of course, the key component and the key target group here, young people. And one of the things we're seeing right now is that if we don't get everybody involved, then of course there will be gaps in the issues that we're trying to address. Gaps in the sense that, we're missing something here. And I do feel that right now, like I said earlier, you look at the young people, not only in Fiji, but in the region that are doing a lot of work on these issues. The resilience, the energy, let alone the sheer determination, because by right they can easily take their work abroad. But they have chosen to remain and also contribute to combating the issue. And that's what I love about the Pacific young people, is that no matter the many times that those in authority, let alone many stakeholders would say no, they still keep on going. And I think right now, if we start doing that, having those conversations and getting them, not so much writing it on paper saying, okay, we've consulted with a group of young people, really get them involved in decision making. I'm pretty sure that the numbers in terms of the drug trafficking, human trafficking, or any other issues that are affecting Fiji and the region, these numbers will go down. Again, it requires everybody's support, and we have to start from somewhere.
Yeah. Broderick, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on Breakfast, and I certainly hope that in the not too distant future you'll actually come back, of course, to talk on more issues like this.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations once again for your medal.
Thank you so much.
Well deserving. All right, stay with us. More coming up after this.
Wake up.